Alright, how's it going everyone? My name is Theron, and welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes summoning session. I'm no longer down with the big sick, so I can finally start doing these again. It actually feels so good to be back, and we have the new desert banner, Sage of Khadein. I have no idea how to pronounce the Desert Kingdom from Archanea. At the very least, I said the title correctly because of the question. Even Faye doesn't know how to pronounce it. So we're going to get on with that, but first, I actually saved my arena ticket for this week, so I figured I might as well show that off. Let's see who we can get, because it's always random. I have 4 greens, so I may as well just choose one of them. Probably won't do this too often, but whenever I have an arena ticket, I will pull for it and show you guys. Nice, we got Nino. Ooh, plus attack, that's actually not bad. I think I already have you with plus speed, though. Either way, on to the new desert banner, which already has the interesting gimmick of basically units cannot be slowed by the terrain at start of turn, which I actually really like that as a reference because in all Fire Emblem games, essentially the only units that aren't slowed by desert tiles are the mage units. Everybody else, they're more or less slowed by one or a lot of tiles. So I like that as a reference. Everybody, they basically get that effect through different ways, either having more than 25% HP or by being near their allies. Either way, they all have that, and they all have slaying effects, so I can at least get that out of the way for the unit review. But for Nino, she basically gets, along with what I just said, +5 to all stats during combat, boosts her attack and speed by number of bonus effects on her multiplied by 4, so she just gets to do crazy amounts of damage every single time. And then a 50% damage reduction on foe's first attack. Not bad at all, actually. She also has probably the most amount of fodder we have ever seen with attack speed finish, speed preempt, and new times pulse 4, which that skill is going to stack extremely well with special spiral spammers. Kinda want it. Of course, joining her from the Black Fang, we have Ursula. Kind of a letdown because I really wish Loiter Linus would get an ult soon, but I mean, this is an all-mage banner, and I don't think those two were ever adept at magic at all, so I will take it. Minus attack of Byleth. Wonderful. But for her, along with the movement, she will also get Desperation and the Dominance effect for 1 turn. So that's actually that is fitting for her to get Dominance, because she's the most pain-in-the-butt unit to fight in Fire Emblem 7, from what I've heard. That's actually very fitting for her. Then a +6 to her attack and speed during combat, and she'll neutralize any null follow-up effects that affect her. Pretty good. And pretty scary and annoying. Oh, also, one thing to note about the extra movement for our cav units, Ursula and Harmonic Lind, they won't be slowed down by the terrain of like the stairs, or what's the other one I'm thinking of? I already remembered it, and I've already forgotten it. But either way, they won't be affected by those, but they can't pass through forests because those were previously impassable by horse units. But for Nino and Male Byleth, they can just move wherever. They're not affected by those terrains. That's the one thing to note about the extra movement. Actually, speaking of Byleth, I Okay, I gotta get this off my chest. I can't tell the difference between this alt and his legendary alt in terms of the outfit. They look so identical that I really cannot tell the difference between the two. That's it. Either way, once he gets his extra movement, he will also gain the dodge effect for 1 turn, then a +5 to all stats during combat, and he'll neutralize tempo effects. That's actually very scary in this current meta, and very handy too. And then he'll give nearby allies a +4 to all their stats during combat. Very good in terms of demote units, especially to start off the new year. And he also has Sublime Heaven, which I find hilarious that they gave him that, because it feels like Intelligent Systems thought, no, we're not giving you Ruptured Sky on a demote unit, that's too powerful. Instead, let's give you the much more powerful Sublime Heaven that's only on Legendary Female Island. I just find that so hilarious, and I love it. He's definitely going to be one of the best demotes to +10 for 2023. Right here, right now. I'm calling it. Both him and Summer Claude, I think, are going to be extremely deadly together. And of course, finally, because this is the desert of Khadein, we have dual Lind with Sara, apparently. I'm very surprised that we have Sara from Thracia, though, but I mean, it kind of counts as an ult for her, so I'll take it. Anyway, the Celestial Globe, again, slaying effect, cannot be slowed by terrain, all that, and they also gain a no follow-up effect to themselves and allies for 1 turn. Pretty good. Then +5 to all stats, boosts damage dealt by 20% of their own speed, so we already know what's going to be really good for them. And they reduce the damage reduction skills by 50% if they either initiate combat or are nearby allies. So let's say you have, I'm just going to go for the big dog because it's easier, Legendary Claude with Fallen Star. That's an 80% damage reduction. Going up against Lind, if she initiates combat, that 80% becomes a 40% damage reduction. Pretty simple. They just cut their foe's damage reduction in half. If there's any, of course. And they also come with another Swift Sparrow A skill, this time called Remote Sparrow, which basically player phase damage reduction and +7 to attack and speed when they initiate. Pretty good. I don't know if that's a good skill to kick off the new year, because we have so much like damage reduction stacking and damage reduction reducing skills that I don't know, it doesn't feel like a good skill to release this year when they've already released so many other skills that just kind of outplay it in a way. But either way, they do look to be a very fun duo unit to mess around with. And again, the move buff that everybody gets where they're not slowed by terrain, that's just going to be so good. Come on, game. Please just give me something. You've really screwed me over these last few banners with almost nobody. And just set aside our differences, please. Anyway, let's move on to the Q&A portion of the video. And just a little reminder, if you ever want to ask questions for future summon sessions, just leave them in the comment section down below. I'll put them on a Word doc and hopefully get to answering them in the future summoning sessions. But right now we got a couple of questions from Chris England, and first up they ask, for legendary units, which would you choose out of the two choices? Sort of like either or, pick your favorite. So first up we have Arvis or Trevant, and I have to go with Arvis on that one. He feels like he will get a legendary alt very soon. And if they don't do that, then Intelligent Systems is kinda dumb, because he really should have one at this point. And then between Lewin or Zed, I mean, I'm basically indifferent to both of them, so I'll just go with Lewin. I have no rhyme or reason. I just don't really care about most of the genealogy or Thracia characters. Bantu or Zane? I'm definitely feeling Bantu on that one. I don't know why, I just feel like he's like the most fitting for a legendary alt. Probably. Between Takumi or Leo. If both of them don't have a legendary alt, then that's just kind of dumb on Intelligent Systems' part. I feel like they both should be getting the legendary alt, and then... yeah, both of them. I can't choose between the two of them. Finally, Lloyd or Linus? I'm gonna have to go with Lloyd, just so he gets a better art upgrade. Because his base alt for the GHBs, that is just horrible. They severely downgraded his art. As an FE7, he looks like a hunk. He has muscles. In Fae, he looks like Weed Man. And I find that so wrong. Yeah, let's just give Lloyd the legendary alt just so he can have better art. Please. And a better weapon. Regal Blade just sucks. Very sorry if you heard that cough. There's still just a little bit of a cold, but not too bad. I can at least record videos now. Next question from Chris. Do you think they will ever demote older legendary units, those not in rotation, to 4-star special status? No. Intelligent Systems knows that the legendary alts are very powerful. Even some of the older ones can still hold their ground. There's no way they're ever going to demote them to 4-star special. I think they really want to keep, like, exclusive titled characters to their exclusive banners. So legendary for legendary, mythic for mythic. And I think whatever they're going to do with Rearmed, they're going to do that. There's no way they'll ever demote legendaries to 4-star specials. And then next up, for Fate/Awakening Kid characters, do you think they will give different versions of them based on the parent options? So Kaldori has Selene's hair color as her base. If they give her a samurai alt, her hair color would be chestnut like Hana. I mean, okay, well we did just get Kaldori in the game, and she does have the red hair. I think that's more significant of Tsubaki, in my opinion. So I don't think they're going to change it based off of whoever their kid's mom is. I think they're going to keep it to, like, whatever the neutral color is, or in some instances, whatever the canon color should be. So, like, for Midori, her hair color is green because her dad is Kaze. But in Fates, it can't ever be green unless you make a female Korra's hair green. Totally different thing there. So I think they're going to just keep it to whatever the canon color hair of the kids should be. At least in my opinion. I feel like that's the better... I think that's the better route for them to take. Otherwise, the entire fandom's going to say, oh, so they're just going to say these two characters are now shipped together and that's a canon pairing when so many other people have their own interpretations. Which is a-okay, you can definitely have your different interpretations. But back to this, there's no way that they would, like, change it to that. Because otherwise the fandom is going to riot if they ever think, like, whoever... Why am I trying to explain this? The fandom's gonna probably riot if, say, like, you know, if Kuragi had purple hair, the fandom's gonna say, oh, so is Takumi Camilla, like, a canon ship, or is that just, like, a random thing that they're doing? I think the fandom's gonna interpret that as they're trying to shove the Takumi Camilla ship down our throats, and we don't like that. I think that's where I'm gonna leave at, because I just made myself confused trying to talk about that. And their final question, the recent additions to the arena make getting 4-star specials a little easier, which they certainly do, but do you think they will ever do this for special units? I mean, for seasonals, absolutely they should. That would actually be a really great addition because so many seasonals are just extremely tricky to get nowadays. I really feel like what they could do is for Arena Assault, give us like the 4-star special like ticket or an exclusive banner where only the 4-star special seasonal characters are available on. That way for base arena you can get normal pool characters, Arena Assault you can get seasonals. I really think they should do that one year. As for this year, I think they might save it towards like the latter half, sort of like November, December when we saw this arena ticket implemented. Because I think this is just Intelligent Systems, testing the waters and seeing how it all goes over. But yes, they really should add something like that because seasonals are extremely tricky to get, as I kind of just proved by, well, just now having to spark for Harmonic Lynn Sarah, however you pronounce her name. But there we have it. 169, nice, orbs, and I was able to spark Dual Lin. Not bad. Would have preferred a little bit better, but at the very least, I did technically get the two characters in the top priority that I wanted, Lind and Byleth. So I will definitely take that for the summoning session. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We're definitely going to be getting back into this now since like I said at the beginning, I am now clear of the big sick. I can finally do this again. How did the old outro go? It's been so long since I've done this, I've already forgotten. Oh, that's right. If you did summon on Spanner, let me know who you got down below in the comment section. I always love seeing your results. If you haven't summoned yet, I wish you all the luck in the world. But with that, I'm Theron, saying vote for Azura in CYL7, please let her win this year. I'm losing my mind already. But with that, farewell and game on.